Hey guys, David Johnston here. This is day 16 of DeFi, PegNet, and crypto videos that I've been doing. And today I want to talk about exchanges and cold storage wallets. So, for anybody getting into crypto for the first time, usually they get in via an exchange. Coinbase is very popular in the US, Smart Valor in Europe, and Binance internationally serves many countries. And so, setting up an account, though, you should keep a few things in mind. So, backing up to when I got into crypto in 2012 and 2013, I used Mt. Gox, BitInstant, some of the few services that were available at the time, neither of which exist anymore. And so I was very fortunate that when I created an exchange account, I also created a cold storage wallet. So you really need both, especially if you're going to be a passive person that buys and holds that value as opposed to an active trader that's moving around value every day. So let's talk about how to do that. Coinbase.com, smartvalor.com, Binance.com, easy enough to find these websites. And once you get an account set up, you're usually going to have to go through some form of identification. Know your customer process is different based on where you live and the jurisdiction that the exchange is serving. But typically, this means like a driver's license or a passport that you have to give to the exchange. They give it to an identity service like Netkey, for example, that would check that identity and prove to the exchange, yes, we believe this is legitimately this person. And these are international requirements. There's nothing these exchanges can do about it. People say, oh, it's kind of annoying that they ask for those things. Well, if you went and set up a bank account, they ask for the same thing. They're going to ask for your driver's license, right? These are sort of laws that have all come around since 2001 around anti-money laundering and things like that. So expect that going in. Really not a big deal. Get it set up, get access so you can set up your account. Now, after you've bought, let's say, some Ether or Bitcoin Cash, you want to transfer that to your cold storage wallet. And so there's a lot of options out there. I would look at not necessarily cold storage, but one of the easiest to use is blockchain.com. This at least is a wallet where you hold your own keys. You have a password. You can log into it on a web wallet, but the service can't do recovery, right? They don't have a copy of your password. You're responsible for holding your own keys. And it's probably why blockchain.com is among the most popular wallets in the world. Last time I checked, they had 45 million users. It's probably getting close to 50 million users now. And so, go to blockchain.com. There's a great mobile wallet at bitcoin.com. There's Bread, there's Edge Wallet. There's so many good wallets out there. If you're more active or more advanced trader, I'd really check out exodus.io. And of course, if you want to access all the stable coins, there's the PegNet wallets. There's a couple of mobile wallets and a couple of web wallets and web extensions, Web3 extensions that are now available for PegNet. Just jump into the PegNet Discord and you can see the links. I'll also post them to this video. So you're going to go on an exchange. You're going to get value converted probably from your bank account. Some exchanges let you use a credit card or debit card to make the purchase. And once you receive that crypto, and be prepared, it's going to take a couple of days. You're giving them pretend government funding money. They don't know if it's going to hit their account for 3, 4, 5 days. So often there'll be that long a delay, and those are business days, so don't count weekend days. So if you put an order in on a Wednesday, maybe you get it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday of the next week. So it's a little slow getting into crypto because you're having to get out of this pretend government money that takes a long time to settle, especially in the US context. It's plus 2 days, plus 3 days for settlement. And so in order to hedge their risk, the exchange can only give you a real immutable asset like Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash after they know the money's actually going to come through, because there's sort of all these ways you can reverse a transaction in the legacy financial system. So once you do get your crypto and your government money has cleared finally, then things move pretty fast because once it's on the blockchain, within a few minutes, say in an Ethereum context, you'd expect to make a transaction. You should look for the address, the public address in your wallet, and use that as the way to withdraw from your exchange account to your private wallet. Now, this is usually pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to know on that front. It's the key is really this: write down the password. No, really, write down the password and then write it down again somewhere else. Write down the recovery seed. Often there's also 12 or 24 words in a recovery seed. This will allow you to recreate this wallet if you ever lose access to the device, or your computer gets destroyed, or you lose your phone, or whatever the case is. As long as you have those 12 words or 24 words, you can take those, put them into a new wallet, and it'll regenerate all the values that are in there. That's why they call it a seed. Think about it as growing into all of those addresses and recovering them. So passwords and backups are key. The second thing is, what you need to do is think a little bit about your cybersecurity. So you really want to be using something like Google Authenticator. Don't use your phone number as a multi-factor authentication method. This is a really, really bad practice, and I wish exchanges and wallets wouldn't even offer it as an option. Download Google Authenticator. Some exchanges and wallets also have integrations with Ledger or Trezor or KeepKey, so you can easily connect in your hardware wallet. Now, that's a little bit more advanced, but if you have enough value in crypto, it might be worth getting a hardware wallet eventually, so you can keep your keys offline and just sign and broadcast transactions. But in the meantime, download Google Authenticator. If it's an option, absolutely use that. Don't use, if possible, don't use your email as a recovery mechanism for your email or for exchanges or anything in general. If it's an option, always use backup codes. Backup codes are an option in most services where instead of using an email address, use backup codes. And you can write those backup codes down and put them in your home safe, put them wherever you feel is appropriate, but keep multiple backups is very critical. So this is sort of just basic cybersecurity, because once you have enough money in crypto, you have to kind of think about, oh, I have to use strong passwords. I really need to be conscious of these backups, because if someone were to port your phone number, then all of a sudden they can get that two-factor authentication text message and use that to access your account. So very important to think just a little more seriously. You're moving into a world where it's not just your cat photos and your banter online, but it's money that's being secured as part of your passwords and your digital identity. So you sort of got to up your game, and the more value you have in crypto, the more you have to up that game, from Google Authenticator to hardware wallets to multiple backups, et cetera, et cetera. So, but just think of those as basic onboarding steps that are good to do. So you get an exchange account, you convert into some crypto, you transfer it into your privately held wallet, you've got your backups, and now you're good to go. So you can take it from there and take a passive approach of, okay, I'm going to set a recurring purchase on one of these exchanges and transfer that into my private wallet. And, I'm get a dollar cost average, which is a fancy way of saying I'm going to make regular purchases no matter what the price is, because I don't know what the price is going to be. But if I believe in crypto, if I believe in digital money being adopted by more and more people over time, then I think it's a pretty safe bet that you'll do well over time, especially in the top most used and most reliable protocols that are out there on the market today. So that's some of the basic tips that I wanted to put out there. Exchanges are amazing on-ramps. They're very important for getting into the ecosystem. I welcome the more exchanges that the industry can see. There are now hundreds, probably in the low thousands of small exchanges all over the world. There are great DEXs, which are decentralized exchanges that are coming online. Once you already have crypto, normally they don't have fiat rails, but once you have Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash, normally you're able to use a DEX and trade very seamlessly for other crypto assets. So look into DEXs. There are a lot of great ones out there. Kyber, IDEX. I almost think of like Shapeshift and what they've done in that kind of category. Uniswap is another one in the Ethereum ecosystem. So tons of good infrastructure. It's getting over that initial hurdle. Once you've done this, you'll feel a lot more comfortable that you've sent it, you have some sense of how it works, you can onboard a friend. Just do that. Just start with that basic step, and you'll be, miles ahead of where most people are as far as understanding crypto and digital currency. And it will give you access to tools like PegNet for stable coins and hedging. It will give you access to DeFi in the form of staking and lending, which effectively give you superpowers that you don't have without crypto today. So definitely take that leap. It doesn't take a lot of time, and within a week or so you can be up that learning curve and really sort of be leading your family and friends into this brave new world. So anyway, I'll stop there and keep it pretty high level, but I'll put a bunch of links into the video so you guys know where to go. But until next time, wash your hands, be awesome to one another, and crypto on. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.